In this video today, Pete Hegseth isn't backing down. He's taking the fight to the media.
So you're in this all the way.
Why would I back down? I've always been a fighter.
Also, Trump's message to Hamas goes viral.
I want to thank President Trump for his strong statement yesterday.
And while Trump is showing strength, the current president is showing weakness.
As an integral part of a broader strategy to...
We've had any conversations with the president-elect about replacing you with Governor DeSantis?
I spoke to the president-elect this morning. He said, keep going, keep fighting. Behind you all the way.
So you're in this all the way.
Why would I back down? I've always been a fighter. I'm here for the war fighters. It's personal passion for me.
So you're not withdrawing your name from consideration, just to be clear.
Meeting all day with senators.
Wonderful process to go through and meet with senators and talk to them, especially members of the Senate Armed Services Committee, whose passion is the Defense Department, and our warfighters, to hear what they want to do to make sure that department is properly oriented for the threats of the world and make sure that we're putting the warfighters first. That's what Donald Trump asked me to do. Your job is to bring a warfighting ethos back to the Pentagon. Your job is to make sure that it's lethality, lethality, lethality. Everything else is gone. Everything else that distracts from that shouldn't be happening. That's the message I'm hearing from senators in that advise and consent process. It's been a wonderful process.
What's your message to the New York Times?
I would say I don't think the way you operate it feels almost criminal when reporters call you and threaten you. I don't think a lot of people know that's the way they operate. And they are in it for the commission, for the money, and they don't care who they hurt, families, children. And I don't believe that is the right way to do things.
Do you think that's just the way they try to get the story?
Oh, of course. It's their job. But I can take the opposite view. I can take the high road. I can take the belief in good and the good in people. And will we be persecuted? Will we suffer in life? Yes, sure, we will. But I know in whom I believe. I believe in God. I believe in Pete. I believe in my family, my husband of 48 years. Hi, honey.
He really argued that Donald Trump was not hawkish enough on the military. Listen to him here.
You wouldn't want a top-tier presidential candidate getting all of their military advice from watching Meet the Press. There's a lot more nuance. There's a lot more detail. Foreign policy and national security is not about TV shows. They're going to have to walk back a little bit from this idea that he gets it from the political shows.
And look, that's not the only criticism we found. Some of them were deeply personal on Donald Trump. He even attacked him as a, quote, armchair tough guy. That was his quote. And then attacked him for getting deferments from the Vietnam War. Listen to him here.
It's typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance. He talks a tough game. But then when pressed on it, he's an armchair tough guy. I hate to say it, but this is a guy who said that John McCain is not a war hero, yet he sought his own 5 military deferments.
So it's going to be interesting to see here, Aaron, how Donald Trump squares both, those comments from 2016 versus what he's saying today.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.
Whoa, $1.5 billion and end up in debt by 20 million. Maybe it would be smart for you to apologize to your staffers and your campaign team, which is what Kamala Harris did today. They published a video of her speaking to her staffers, her team, low energy. In fact, she looked intoxicated to me. That's my own personal opinion. I'll let you judge the video. But if you think we've seen the worst from Kamala Harris, this has to be at the top of the list. So without further ado, let's hear what she had to say.
But I am proud of the race we ran. And your role in this was critical. What we did in 107 days was unprecedented. Think about the coalition that we built, and we were so intentional about that. You would hear me talk about it all the time. Being a daughter of parents who are active in the civil rights movement, I know and believe that the best movements that are about progress in our country mean that it's leaders that we are dedicated to the coalition, to bringing people together that seemingly have nothing in common, but have everything in common. Because of your efforts, Get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone, the most in presidential campaign history. Nearly 8 million donors contributed an average donation of about $56 to fuel our people-powered campaign.